Since Battlefield Vietnam, attack choppers have always been featured in Battlefield games. While some games in the franchise, like Bad Company 2, have introduced simpler flight mechanics with the addition of auto level feature, other games like Battlefield 2 have taken the more skilled approach by turning off automatic controls. Battlefield 3 chopper controls hits the sweet spot by making flying hard to master but easy to enjoy. This tutorial will hopefully introduce you to some basic chopper flight controls, combat tactics, and hopefully help you stop wasting every chopper you get into. Before you try and take out every tank on the map or fly below highway signs, please get used to the basic flight controls and learn the control limits of each chopper. You can either hop on with a friend and play the Fire from the Sky co-op mission to get used to the basic flight controls, or you can learn from the heat of battle during a live match. Either way, test every limit. Gain altitude and dive down and see how low you can go before you have to start pulling up to avoid crashing. Practice flying low to the ground, and practice flying in between objects. You will crash a lot in the beginning, so don't worry. Crashing will actually help you adjust your expectations of what you can or cannot do when flying the choppers. Here are 2 tips that may help you fly around the map without crashing. On every map, you need to become familiar with paths on the ground that will offer the least amount of obstacles, because those are the paths you will take when crossing over the main battlefield to engage a target, and also when exiting an engagement as quickly as possible without exposing yourself to too much infantry and vehicles. An example of paths of least resistance in maps like Caspian Border are the roads, fence line, and stream. When flying in between objects like 2 trees for example, it is important to position yourself to fly straight through them without having to swing your tail before you move past it. Not being aware of your tail swing will cause you to hit an object out of sight, making you lose control and crash. If you're flying around trees or light posts and you're not sure if you can swing your tail to turn, just pull straight up before attempting to turn. Once you have gotten used to flying more comfortably around the map, it's time to learn the best way of engaging and disabling the target. For this part, I'll assume you have flares and heat seekers unlocked since you earned them after only 3 to 6 kills. Choppers have very weak armor, so when disabling or destroying ground targets, you should always try to have the element of surprise. With that in mind, if a tank is out in the open, take the long way around if that's what it takes to get around him without going head to head. Or if he is around infantry zones, you first map out the path of least resistance to follow, start firing from a distance, and keep flying straight past him down another path of least resistance while reloading rockets and coming back around to destroy him. This method of engaging doesn't require you to know advanced piloting skills like circle strafing, and will make it less likely that you'll be locked on by infantry anti-air or take much damage from ground vehicles. Another slightly more difficult method of engaging and destroying a ground vehicle is the quick 180 flip method. This method is very useful in open maps like Clark Island, and to perform this method you must fly over the enemy vehicle on your run, then quickly pull the nose of the chopper up while simultaneously tilting the chopper and swinging its tail in the direction of the turn. Circle strafing is an advanced maneuver that allows you to keep your aim on a ground target while circling around it. It is the most effective way to disable vehicles that require more than one flyby. It takes some practice, but you can perform this maneuver by tilting the nose of the chopper down towards your target while simultaneously swinging your tail in the direction of your turn and tilting the chopper in the opposite direction. Try flying around flagpoles or objects for practice until you get the flow of it. Since your anti-air missiles can be locked on from a long distance, the first targets you should worry about right after taking off are enemy choppers and jets. While still around your home base, try to spot any air targets while staying away from the combat zones, and lock on as many times as it takes to take them down. Remember, wait for the enemy to use flares before firing after locking on. While the attack chopper's rocket will kill infantries with a couple of accurate shots, the fastest way to take out an enemy infantry is by having a gunner, especially one that you can communicate with through voice chat. When taking out infantry, you should still be doing path of least resistant flybys, regardless of whether you have a gunner or not. And last but not least, always fly as an engineer and don't be afraid to fly away. In fact, you should fly away if you're taking too much damage from ground vehicles, and do it before you get disabled and you can't maneuver as well. If you have to, land as soon as possible and quickly repair the chopper, or if you can, make your way back to your home base. Hopefully by utilizing these basic tactics, you will be able to gain some experience and confidence when flying choppers to take you to the next level. If you have learned a thing or two from watching this video, please feel free to rate and favorite this video. I'll be responding to any comments, so let me hear what you have to say, and I will be making a more advanced tutorial soon with step-by-step on how to perform maneuvers like circle strafing, so subscribe to get notified when it releases, and I'll see you all next time.